Hi there, my name's Sarah. I'm a product manager at Float. You are watching this video because you've been invited to be a reviewer for your organization as part of the post-transaction review process. You're likely the manager of an individual or potentially a senior finance leader or senior leader altogether within an organization. And you've been trusted to make sure that the transactions that are going through Float are actually appropriate and satisfy the business spending rules that were outlined when you first granted those cards or limit increases to individuals. You'll now see a new tab on your transactions page, Needs Review, which is the fifth tab up here. And on this page, you'll see only the transactions that actually require your action. You're not responsible for adding a receipt or for even checking any accounting data necessarily, unless your team has told you that they want you to be doing that. What you're really responsible for doing on this page is reviewing the transactions to make sure that you are comfortable with those expenses that your employees who sit on your team made. And so really the process is pretty simple. You'll navigate to this page and you'll get an email from me actually once a week if you have anything to look at. And what you'll see here is all of the most important details. You'll be able to see the amount of the transaction. You'll be able to see the merchant that it was spent with, the date of it, and then also some accounting data that may be able to give you insights into, was this part of a normal employee benefit program? Was this part of a business trip that had been planned and some travel that you knew about? And so what you're able to do is click open a transaction if you want to see more details. In this instance, I'll choose Plaid here, and I can see, the GL code that's been applied. It's the product team, a great description. Yep, totally makes sense to me what we're using this for. And I personally feel really comfortable with the fact that Ruslan spent at Plaid. This is a pretty standard expense that I see come through, and makes sense to me, the dollar amount as well. And so what I'll do is mark that as permitted by just clicking this thumbs up here, and you'll see there's a success metric, and the transaction actually leaves the page. So there's no more action for me to take on it. If I did ever need to see the status, you can see here the status column now includes the review stage, and that will be visible on all of the other pages. And so if I am done for the day, that one was all I needed to do for now, and I'll come back to the rest of these later when I'm ready to think a bit more critically. I can do that, and they'll all just stay on the page. Once I mark something as approved or as permitted, it will leave. But if something still needs to be reviewed, it will remain on the page. And similarly, if something has been marked as not permitted, it will also remain on this page. And so in this example, Ronnie spent money at Amazon, and he spent $45. I know that as a member of the product team, Ronnie actually doesn't have the authority to purchase on behalf of us at Amazon. We like to procure all of our own software and electronics internally at Float rather than having our employees do that. And so I've marked this as not permitted. The onus is on me now as the reviewer to go have a conversation with the appropriate people, and that will be different for every organization. Your company may say that when there is inappropriate spending on a corporate card, you need to talk to HR or to the head of finance or to Ronnie themselves. And all of those approaches work just fine from Float's perspective. Crucially, the onus is on you now. And so in this example, now that I know this is not permitted, I would go talk to our head of HR, and depending on the materiality of it, we would make a decision. This transaction can still be exported, and once it's been exported, it will leave this page. However, since it's been marked as not permitted, it will stay on the page and remind me that I need to take some action here. So again, that's all you need to do as a reviewer. Just navigate to this page and go through everything that is here, and take on the responsibility of making sure that your Float cards are being used appropriately.